Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So in the first video, I'll be talking about one of the recon principle, doing the recon using the favicon hash analysis. Let's talk about this topic. So basically, this recon method gives you an extra inch while doing the recon, and it helps basically in enhancing the cyber security. Let's say by doing the recon, you have let's say around 100 endpoints. By doing the hash recon, you end up in getting 10 to 15 more endpoints. So that basically increases attack surface, and there are chances that you will be able to get the good findings. So let's talk about the favicon hash analysis. So this is basically an emerging technique in the field of cybersecurity that help us in discovering various endpoints and helps in strengthening and improving our coverage towards recon. So in this video, we'll be basically seeing the process, how we do the favicon hash analysis, and how we can find basically the domains or the subdomains using the favicon hash analysis. So there is basically a tool on GitHub. I'll be using that and showcasing you how we are able to basically find the subdomain using the favicon hash analysis. So let's talk about favicon. So favicon basically, the favicon.ico is basically a small icon that is used to basically identify a domain or an organization or the internet. So for example, I've shown three images over here. So first one, in case of Facebook, you see Facebook logo with F in the square box. So that is basically a favicon. In case of Wikipedia, we see W. So that is basically a favicon in case of Wikipedia. Same goes for the Upwork. We see you in a square box, so it's basically a favicon. So these favicon basically are having hash values associated with them, and on that basis we can identify subdomains or the endpoints related to these organizations. So what is favicon hash analysis? So basically it involves analyzing the hash values for the websites to determine if it matches with the known malicious website. This technique basically helps in identify the phishing website and other malicious sites. So let's say in case of Facebook, we are having a hash generated. So for an example, let's say you have been redirected to a Facebook page which seems to be a phishing page. So we don't have to do anything. We just need to take the endpoint URL and we need to just check its hash value. So if it is matching with the current facebook.com domain value, then that particular URL is legitimate. Otherwise, it's a phishing endpoint. Let's talk about the benefit of hash analysis. Favicon hash analysis helps us in improving reconnaissance, as I already mentioned. So it gives you an extra coverage, an extra inch in doing the recon, and by that you can have the increased attack surface. A limitation, we can talk about limitation. It's not a foolproof. Malicious website can change their favicon sometimes to avoid the detection, and therefore this technique should be in conjunction with other cyber security measures. So let's see basically process how we used to generally do the recon here. So there is basically a page, there is basically a GitHub URL. I'll be mentioning this URL into the general description. So FavFreak is a GitHub Repo basically doing used for doing the favicon recon. So basically these are the steps involved. There are 5 to 6 steps used to install this particular tool. So let's install this particular tool. We just need to copy paste these commands into the virtual machine that you are having. So let me open my terminal. I will be just pasting the URL directly over here. So it's cloning the repo. Next step, we need to move to the FavFreak directory that we are having. Now we need to set the virtual environment using the Python command over here. I'll be doing that. We just copy paste that command. So in my case, there are virtual env and other libraries which are not there in my machine. So it will take It will ask you to install them, so you just need to click on wire, so that will automatically install those missing dependencies. So once it is done, you will be coming to the CLI. Again, let's source the now let's install the MMH3 package. So it's installing the package. It's successfully installed, as you can see here. Now, basically, this is the command where you can basically calculate the favicon based hashes using this command. So in this case, basically, they are having the endpoint in this url.txt file from which they are calling those endpoints, and on the top of them they are running this Python script basically. So what we will do is we'll create url.txt file. I'll go inside that particular file by using the virtual editor. Take the endpoint HTTP. Let's talk about tests. Just to showcase you guys the steps that basically are used to run this favicon hash methodology. I'm showcasing that here. So now let's run this command. So cat url.txt -3 favfreak.py. Now let's run this command. As you can see, we have taken the in the url.txt file we have taken the hacker1.com. So in that case, basically it has calculated the hash value. As you can see over here, so it has calculated a hash over here. So now we are having the hash value. So the next question that comes is what we can do with this hash. So this hash basically can be used and to find the basically the endpoints on the Shodan. If you are not aware about DOR used for Shodan, you can simply add -f Shodan in your command, and it will tell you the DOR that you can use over here. So in this scenario, basically it has given us the Shodan DOR here. So the only thing that you need to do along with your command when you are using this is you need to add -f Shodan. So that gives you an extra edge and provide you a command or a DOR that you can use on Shodan. So let's copy this hash value. Let's go to our Shodan. This is basically the DOR that I'm using. Let's click on search. As you can see, we have got a certain HackerOne endpoint. One of the endpoint over here based upon the favicon hash. So in this way, basically you can have the endpoints generated. So let's say you are using different tools, find domain, sublister, AMAS. From all those, you let's say gather the endpoints around 100 to 150 endpoints, and you are having the endpoint. You copy all your URLs and paste into your url.txt file and run this particular tool. So you end up in getting around 10 to 15% more coverage. So with this, you can have the more attack surface and probability of finding the bugs are more. So I'm ending this video over here. If you guys like this video, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. And for any suggestion, you can comment down. See you guys in next upcoming videos.